Welcome on to Judy Scarafao Field alongside my broadcast partner. I'm Chris Lucey, and behind us you see the scoreboard out here at McKeon Park. It's off right now, but Chris, it was lit up tonight by the Orleans Firebirds. They came to McKeon Park out of the Eastern Division and lit up their Western Division foe 17-3.
Well, I was just laughing at it, but it's no joke. It was a terrible, terrible game from the Harbor Hawks tonight. From the first pitch on, Michael Bertel started this game. He was the starting pitcher on Canada Day. He's from Ontario, and he didn't have it. He gave up 3 runs in the first inning. He gave up 6 runs in the second inning. He gave up a couple more in the third. He gave up 11 earned runs in 3 innings, and that's your ball game. That's literally your ball game in 3 innings.
Well, despite that, the Harbor Hawks still had to fight on, and it didn't get any easier than that, as after those 11 runs, still 6 more came from the Firebirds on just some huge hitting out of Steven Scott, who had 2 home runs.
Right, Mr. Stay Hot Steven Scott from last season with the Newport Gulls. He had 2 home runs, one in the first for 3-run home run, and then one in the second, which was a 2-run shot. He had 5 RBI in the first 2 innings of the ball game. He didn't have a hit after that, but he certainly was the biggest contributor early on, and he put Hyannis to bed alone with his 2 home runs.
And Hyannis will be sleeping soundly tonight after a long day, and Ryan Olenek will be too, as we were taxed very heavily up in the broadcast booth trying to make our lineup changes. We had several pitchers in the outfield, and then Olenek, the first baseman every day for the Harbor Hawks, got on the mound for the 9th.
Well, at one point it was funny. We had Olenek, who's the the first baseman in play at the pitcher spot. We had Davis Vayner in right field, and then we had Ethan Larison in center field. It was just a crazy upside-down, topsy-turvy day. But you got to give kudos to Olenek for getting up there and pitching an inning and saving the bullpen. He didn't have the best inning. He gave up 4 runs. He did have a strikeout, which is really cool. But it was cool to see him pitch, and it must have been it was a fun time as we got to talk to him. It was a great time for him, which was a kind of a silver lining to this terrible game.
A game the Harbor Hawks are going to have to laugh off before they head out to Cotuit tomorrow for a game against the Kettleers at 5. And we'll be on the call for that, so be sure to check us out on YouTube when we go live. Subscribe. You'll get a notification, and you can catch all the highlights and the interview with Ryan Olenek on our SoundCloud page, Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Signing off on this edition of Hot Talk on behalf of my broadcast partner, Chris Walker, I'm Chris Lucey. See you tomorrow in Cotuit.